So, how do you feel today's workshop went?
I think today's workshop was a real success, certainly from my perspective, hearing such a range of different views about some of the measures we can take to try to reconnect people better to the parliamentarians who are supposed to be representing them. And I think people here really came up with some good ideas, some very positive feedback. So I hope very much we can encapsulate that and take that back up to Parliament.
What do you feel workshops like these will do to help tomorrow's political landscape and potentially the youth of tomorrow as well?
Well, I guess the context for having this debate and this workshop was one where, for example, it's predicted at the next general election only 12% of young people are definitely going to vote. That's what they say. And so it's about how do we engage people better in that political process so that their views can be better heard. And I guess it was important to hear from them how they would like to be heard, what channels of communication are best for them, but also to hear from them, frankly, that they were pretty fed up with politicians, that they don't believe that their voices gets heard. And so I think although the focus of today's meeting was about digital technology and how that can help reconnect people with their politicians, I think the bottom line has to be that politicians need to do an awful lot more work to regain the trust of young people in particular. And that means when they make pledges, delivering on them. And it means, I think, being much more responsive to young people's concerns.
Of course, today's workshop was held at Brighton's very own AMEX Stadium. What do you believe the significance of this building is for an event like this?
We were so delighted that we were able to use the AMEX building, very grateful to everybody involved for enabling that to happen, because I think, first of all, it gave this meeting a kind of a status, if you like, an importance. Albion in the Community is such a well-known and well-respected community organisation working with communities right across the city. So having a link to Albion in the Community was fantastic. I think as well, at the very beginning, Michael Edwards made the point about sport and how sport is about fair play, it's about respecting other people, it's about, teamwork. And actually that analogy between sport and, communities at their best, I think is a very real one. And I think that also helped to set the context for the discussion.
Knowing what you know of AITC, Albion in the Community, and obviously knowing that you've worked with them in the past quite a bit in the NCS programs, what can you tell me? What do you think of the charity?
I think Albion in the Community is a real model for community organisation, and I think it's demonstrated that football can reach areas of life and reach particular people that other community organisations perhaps can't. So its link to the football club is crucial. But using that link, it's been able to reach a whole range of people across the city. I'm so struck by the fact that they work with very young people, very old people, people with disabilities, people of all kinds, I think, come in touch with Albion in the Community and have their lives enhanced in some way. And so I think it's going from strength to strength. It's internationally recognised, and I think that's quite rightly so.